Hi there. Thanks. Come on in. Everybody grab a seat, grab a virtual chair, have a sit. So today, here's what we're going to be talking about. I was on Joe Rogan's podcast. You might have heard of him. He's kind of a popular kind of guy. And this topic came up of three different elements. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then later on in our little video, Bo and I are going to talk about the possible solution to some of this stuff. And I'll expose that later. So that's a little hook to keep you here for a little cliffhanger. Stay. I'm going to go find out if Mr. Bo's in there somewhere because he's got to be. Hey, where? Oh, there you are. Hi. Java sensation. Cheers.
See what that one says?
What does it say? Shh. I am protecting my dreams.
I'm protecting dreams. It's what I do.
That sounds good.
It's delicious.
People are selling dreams, but they're living nightmares.
We're going deep today, aren't we?
Well, that's those posers. They're all over out there with their Lamborghinis and the big money and all that stuff.
Making it rain. Yep.
And it's not real.
Yeah. Fake news.
So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. It's fake news, but it's also just the embellishments that happen. So here's the graphic again.
Let's see it, buddy.
The hope for humanities, and I put the three elements that are leading to our demise: emotions, governance, and godlike tech.
All right, I cannot wait to touch this. So you just dropped this on me, and so I'm not prepared. And you're starting with emotions being a problem. So here we go.
The emotion thing is, you know how they say that people buy from emotions and they justify with logic?
Yes.
That's the sell part. You can manipulate people with their emotions. You know, you tell people that they're overweight and too fat. Now they got to go on some kind of weird binge diet or have their stomach stapled. Or the emotion is what makes things happen.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of this stuff that's going on. You know, you don't do TikTok, but I do TikTok. But even so, you see stuff on Facebook. I'm watching videos, and granted, I like to watch UFC fights. So the algorithm shows me fights. Now there's these street fights that are not organized, and that ends up being emotional. People get into that kind of thing. And it could trigger a person to start being violent because they see so much of it. That's all they think about.
Yeah.
So the emotion thing that's happening with all this internet-based stuff, and granted, if you can shield yourself from it and just stay away from it and go on hiatus for a little while and unplug, but a lot of people can't. You walk through any mall, you see people with their face on their thing, and then they're walking, they run into a pole because they're not watching where they're going, right?
Yeah. It's a problem.
It is. And good, bad, or otherwise, people are utilizing this leverage. I mean, the timeshare people used to do it. Nothing against timeshare salespeople, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You come down for a free vacation and then you walk away with the timeshare.
Well, and usually in the beginning, you're thrilled about it. And then
they're triggering the emotions. They're putting you in this beautiful environmental place that's just nice. And then you say, okay, here's your last opportunity before you head back to Minnesota where it's cold. If you want to come here every year, here's your last opportunity. And they think, you know what, honey? What the hell? Why not?
Yeah.
Now they're stuck in this freaking timeshare. So we all know about the emotional element of stuff, and it's happening on the internet all over the place.
Yeah.
The next level is there needs to be somebody that protects us from this stuff. And because you don't know what's going on. So just like there is, regulations, wear your seatbelt and all that kind of stuff. The thing is with the government trying to pass laws on this internet stuff, they can't keep up with this stuff because it's happening very fast. And some of these people that are breaking the law or manipulating people's thinking, you don't know where they live. They could be in some coffee shop in Sri Lanka or something doing this thing on their smartphone. So
you think, are we going to wade into a territory that you want more government intervention, more government overreach?
Not necessarily.
You just want a little more control over it.
Well, good point. No, I don't want more government intervention. My point is they cannot keep up with it.
Right. It's evolving so fast.
But they're trying to. They're trying to put, like, the spam laws. That's a dumb thing. I'm still getting spam, and there's laws against it.
Right.
So it doesn't work.
I learned a phrase a long time ago, that things have never changed this fast before, and we'll never change this slow again. It just keeps accelerating, right? So we think, man, it's just chaos. Everything's moving. So this is literally the slowest it'll be as we move forward. And
but that's part of the challenge with the government trying to, they don't even understand this stuff. I remember when Zuckerberg got interviewed and those people were asking questions that were just stupid questions.
Oh yeah.
I don't even want to use an email.
Clueless. Yeah, it's amazing they haven't harmed, ran into walls themselves, right?
Well, those are the people that are going to try and protect us, the government.
It's scary.
But they don't know any better. It's kind of like, your mom and dad, and you're going to walk across the street, and your mom says, okay, make sure you run fast. No, there's a car coming.
Right. Yeah. Think it through. All right. So what's the next part of this?
The last part is the godlike kind of thing. This internet is global. It's all over the place. And it's the whole AI thing that's coming, where things are, like I told the story about someone driving down the Pacific Coast Highway in a Tesla that's self-driving, and the robot sees a family of 5 walk into the street. So it has to think, do I run over this family of 5 and kill 5 people? Or do I drive over the cliff into the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah. Split-second decision.
Well,
both with terrible consequences.
That car, I don't want it to go over the cliff, tell you the truth.
Right. And both are terrible consequences, right? So then it becomes, which is the better bad?
Exactly.
The lesser of two evils?
That's the godlike kind of thing. It's this technology is making the decisions for us, just like the algorithms and stuff. They're putting these violent videos in front of me. When I want to watch a legitimate, regulated boxing match, I'm seeing some people having a street fight.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to see.
Right. And as soon as that shows up and you spend a second on that, now that the algorithm thinks you are interested in that, so we're going to keep showing you more and more of that.
Right.
It is amazing what the media can do. I'll give a quick example. So you just mentioned like Pacific Coast Highway. You're wearing a Venice sweatshirt. My wife just returned from California, from the LA area, the Venice area yesterday. She was there for 5 days with a couple friends. Had a glorious trip. And it's interesting because in my news feed 2 days ago, somebody said, hey, I'm thinking of taking my kids, older kids, to LA. Give me your thoughts, recommendations, this and that. And more than one person responded with, well, if you have no issue, or if you are a fan of the homeless and people defecating on all the sidewalks, then go. Otherwise, I wouldn't go. Like, that's what their image is of all of LA. Now, they were there for 5 days, and my wife and her friends would say they certainly saw plenty of homeless individuals. They saw lots of people in despair, but they did not see what is represented on a certain channel of media.
Right.
The rest of it, it was actually clean. These people were, it was orderly. It was not chaotic. It was, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to touch that topic here in a little bit too, but it's amazing because we see what the internet thinks we want to see.
Yeah.
And we may not want to see that.
Because you clicked on it. Oh, another example. And here we got our friend Mike is here, my fellow magician friend.
Good morning, Mike.
Rookie.
I've got a little lag once in a while, so hopefully this plays out and records out all right, because it could be on my end.
Well, there's a little lag here too. There's something weird with Facebook. I wasn't able. I had to use my savviness to figure out how to get you this link.
You are very savvy.
I wasn't able to put it onto Facebook like I do normally. So what I did is I grabbed the link and I emailed it to myself. Then I went on my phone and copied the email and then pasted it in Messenger, which I can do here.
You know what you're doing. I'm going to grab something here real quick, because you talked about, we have a godlike concept. We talk about emotion, things like that. So my wife had a tour of a specific facility, came home with a sweatshirt that had this quote on the back and has a water bottle. And we're going to see if I can pull this up here right, and you can actually read it. It
says, it's scripty. Sooner or later, we all discover that kindness is the only strength there is.
Yeah.
What a wonderful segue.
It is. And I'm going to give a shout out to and plug Homeboy Industries. Okay, that's where she went. That's this quote came from Father Greg Boyle, who is the founder of Homeboy Industries, which is out in LA. And Father Greg Boyle saw a need and an opportunity to help those that lived a gang life, those that had been incarcerated, those that had felonies, those that needed a second chance at life in a different way, and has built an incredible organization that helps people out of a tougher life into a better life. So they went on a tour of this facility. They had someone who was, 4 or 5 months removed from prison who gave the tour, showed everything that's going on there. But this guy lives this. Kindness is strength, man. You realize there's no we or them. There's just us.
I want to share a little bit of something else here. Our friends over at AGC.
Yeah. Great organization.
So that's kind of what we're talking about here. In fact, here it is. Ta-da. If you want to know about AGC, Accelerated Global Connections is what it stands for. And you can go to their domain name, which is joinagc.com. But that's the place where you and I met.
Yep.
And they support community of getting together again. And I just got done seeing my Rotary magazine came in and had this dude.
I got my magazine yesterday too, or a couple days ago.
Created this MC school. Now, this is a school to teach people how to be rappers, but it's not just that. They go one step further, and their rap is trying to change lives for the better.
Yeah.
That's his school. So that's kind of where I can then now segue into where the heck's my little linky winkies is that platform that you and I use. You're using betterappreciation.com, and I'm using the magicmarketingtool.com or magicmarketingtool.com. And this is MailBoxPower, which sends postcards, greeting cards, and gifts. We've been talking about this, but that's the kind of thing that I think can make a person's day, getting a gift in the mail that they didn't expect. Like you sent me this mug that I use every single freaking day, pretty much. And someone can get something that's going to change their life instead of jumping into this metaverse and being some kind of avatar that they're not. Yeah. So
and pull them out of their day. So,
huh?
I'll say this. So MailBoxPower, they've kind of gone through some iterations of like a slogan, right? Or a mantra or what have you, but current, and it fits, is first, a personalized gift is worth 1,000 emails. And we automate delivery of thoughtful, personalized gifts and cards to clients to keep them happy and your phone ringing. And so that's on the business side, right? But there's also personal use for this. And there's no question about it. I give an example. I recently made some vehicle changes and sent a package with a cool mug for my salesman that said best RV and SUV salesman ever. I think that was the first RV he's ever sold, which was mine. But it still makes him the best ever, right? Yeah. And a package of brownies and a card that says that he's, thank you. And he had been gone from work for a couple of days, came back, and like instantly was like, oh my goodness, like I made his day. It was awesome. I'm not going to get business out of that. Probably. It's like, it was just, I wanted to say thanks. Right.
No, you possibly might, but the point is it's secondary.
Yeah. And so I went in, I had to go pay for something that was being done on the vehicle. And it was brought up by one of his coworkers who said, well, I got to tell you, there's a few of us around here that are a little jealous. We didn't get brownies or a cool mug. And you think that Mark would be walking around with that thing showing it off all the time. I went over to his desk and it was sitting right there on the desk. So, but it's amazing what you can do for people, whether it's one of the things that MailBoxPower talks about as well is you could be one birthday away from a major change in your business. By celebrating somebody's birthday, by acknowledging it, by recognizing it,
and make a change in their life. Make a change in their life.
Yeah, you're making and it could change yours because they can make a big stink of it and be like, you know what, I want to refer some business to you, or whatever it is. It could be an introduction to somebody else saying, this is unbelievable, right?
Well, I'm going to bring up something that's sort of like more the magic thing because I've been doing some magic. You saw me doing some magic on.
Yeah, it's ridiculously good.
It's fun stuff. Some magicians are trying to defend the exposure. Now, I understand that, okay, you expose it and then the creative magicians come up with new stuff. What they're not thinking about is the recipient of the magic is you're destroying the awe and wonder if you expose the secret. Right. So they're being very myopic in their thinking and kind of selfish, thinking, oh, I'm not really hurting anybody by exposing this stuff. You're actually hurting the recipient. And it matters. Like you talk about that mug that you gave to that guy. I sent the little puzzle thing that comes in a little bag.
Love the puzzle
pieces. I just uploaded a picture that my wife had with her son and his girlfriend and the daughter. And it's just so cute. And I was in the picture too, as all of us in this little puzzle.
Which makes it very cute, right?
Yeah, it makes it very cute. But she loved it, and she's got it, and it's something that's in her head, and she's happy about it. And that makes a big difference. And to be able to do something like that for $1 or $2 or $10,
totally,
it'll make the world a better place. So that's
it will. So that's where you were going, right? Is that some of the things you can control about. The only challenge of that, I think, is that there's some emotion in it, or it can challenge somebody's emotions, because sometimes you get people at the right time that they just needed that little lift, and it's emotion.
Right, because we're taking the government out of it. We don't need them to take care of us. We can put together our own warm, fuzzy postcard and gift package that's going to change someone's life. We don't need someone to regulate stuff like that. And just to be aware that this whole godlike metaverse thing is out there, that we need to realize that it might not be all that great, even though they're coming up with these gloves where you can feel things. Yeah,
weird.
It's just not human. Let's get back to the flesh, man.
Let's get back to the flesh. Yeah, I like that idea. Just a quick plug on on the Mailbox Power thing too. We're a couple weeks away from Valentines Day, right? And historically, you like that holiday or you don't. On the business side, it's a tremendous time to lean into your clientele and show them how much you respect them and appreciate them and care for them and love them. Mm-hmm. And many people may have an idea. I'd love to just send a card, a greeting card, or a package to people. It's a different time than a holiday, or like a Christmas time, a New Year's. I miss those times, and now I still want to lean into my customers. Help me through this. There's things that are completely automated and designed for you that can go out to clients and set you apart and recognize that, man, there's a card that's out there in like a package, right? That's got the same theme. And it's like, you are the heartbeat of our business.
I saw that.
What a wonderful concept on the Valentine's holiday to lean into that. So it can change people's day. It can lift them up. It can inspire loyalty. It can inspire referrals. It can help you stand out. It can keep you top of mind. There's so many different ways of using this, but at the very core, it's showing that you're paying attention and that you care.
Well, it takes advantage of that automation thing that is happening with the algorithms on the internet. Mm-hmm. Only you can put together something that is heartfelt, that will change somebody for the better, and use the automation to get it there on time. So you don't have to buy it, package it up, take it to the post office, buy postage. You can just shoot it out from your computer.
Yeah. Or your phone. Like, it doesn't take a lot of work. You don't have to go package anything. You don't have to do a lot of work. It's not a package that's going to sit in your front passenger seat waiting for you to go to the post office to actually finally send.
You've been there.
Right? Yeah, I've been there. I changed phones not that long ago, and I had to send in my old phone. And it didn't happen instantly, because it was a process that I had to do. I had to go to a special place. I had to get it taped up and, wrapped up and secured. And I got a nasty gram yesterday from Verizon saying, we don't have your phone back yet. We're going to charge you. I'm like, okay, I better send it, But had it been an automated thing, that would have gone right away.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm going to give another shout out to our friends at AGC. If anybody's watching right now on the AGC Facebook group, if you could comment below on this, if you like what it is we're doing. And heck, if somebody else wants to get on here and do an interview, we can help you out with that.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great thing there's so many members in AGC that, maybe they don't want the full podcast, like 20-minute interview kind of thing, but want to just pop on with us for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. We do this every Thursday, right? So it's an opportunity for you to kind of share what you do. And we'd love to talk about if there's anything that you or I could do to help them in business, or even just the promotion of being on here and it get the way you get that out to the internet. So AGC is a phenomenal organization. It put us together, and I have so many contacts because I joined that group. And although I don't make it to as many meetings, though I don't make it to as many virtual meetings, the relationships that have been developed as a result of that group and that organization they're forever now. And I those that don't have a networking group or struggle, this is a fabulous place to start. Even if you just do the virtual for $1 a day and say, I want to be
Travis
online.
came up with a unique type of model for this where it's not so transactional stuff. It's more casual, and
Yeah.
you just don't feel like a piece of meat.
Nobody wants to feel like that, you know? So yeah.
No, not in a den of lions. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on.
Okay, buddy, we gone for 20 minutes.
All right. Hey, we did good. We did good.
I'm taking you, send you to the green room. Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Well, there you have it. A little bit of something. Again, we are broadcasting on the Accelerated Global Connections. Joinagc.com. You can learn more about that, and maybe we'll see you at the next event. They've got some live events. They do 4, 5, 6 live events here in the Twin Cities, and they do online stuff all over multiple states. I'm not the expert on that, but you can learn more about it by going to their website. So that's all I got for now. Peace, love, and happiness. This is MagicBrad signing off. See you later. Be good. Be kind. Be nice. See ya.